Hey, g'day. Pastor Dave here, Gympie.Church Online, as we continue our devotional series. Did you know that it's been nearly 14 weeks since we commenced Gympie.Church Online? And I dare say probably none of us really thought that we would be still going when we first started. But it's a joy to be here. And you know, some of you may be in RACQ, my wife and I are, and it's interesting. I got their most recent magazine the other day, and I want to read a couple of headlines from that magazine. I think it's quite fascinating. And here's one: Help from Above. I turn the page, a couple of pages actually, and I see another headline: New Start. And then I turn the page, another couple: Start Me Up. And I turn over a bit further, and it says, Know You're Covered. And I turn over a bit further: Ready to Reboot. Another page: Together We Can Make a Difference. And so it goes on. And that's in a very, very secular magazine. And now obviously, if you were to read the content below each of those headings, it would be very different, I guess, to what I'm really talking about. And I suspect you already know that. It's a magazine that talks about cars and insurance and what do you call that, helicopter mob that help out in times of crisis, all of which is good stuff. But the headlines grabbed my attention because I thought, wow, you know, they're great headlines for us, the church, the followers of Jesus Christ. Help from above. Now we know that Jesus is within us by his Spirit, so he's not really above, but he's above us as well. He's everywhere. And I know in Sunday school I used to always think that God was this magical, mystical thing, person that sort of lives in the clouds somewhere. And as a young person, that's what I thought. And in fact, I remember drawing an article that my Sunday school teacher asked me, can you give me a picture of what you think God looks like? And as I thought about that, I don't know how old I was, I drew a picture of a cloud with some eyes, because that was my vision of God back then, somebody above looking down. And here is this headline: Help from Above. And some of the other ones are just as powerful. You know, we can make a difference. Well, isn't that what we as church, when we come together, say? In fact, our catch cry for Gympie.Church Online right now is, we are better together. We can make a difference. You can make a difference. I can make a difference if we put our mind to it. And so I've been reflecting on that in my own mind the last couple of days, and I thought, well, I just wanted to share it with you. Here's headlines from a very secular magazine that has spoken into my life, and maybe they can speak into your life as well. That you know, with Jesus, he gives us a new start. That's another headline. The Bible talks about in baptism, the old is gone, behold, the new has come. We are new creations, a fresh start, a new start. It's new for old, and you know, it's just really interesting to me that there are these great spiritual principles contained within a very secular magazine, albeit that their meaning is probably, and in fact is, very, very different. But let me take you to Galatians, just one verse, and I haven't got time to go into it in great detail, but I want to refer to two scriptures actually this time. First one comes from Galatians Chapter 5, and it's verse 1. And in the New American Standard Translation it says this: It was for freedom that Christ set us free. And this is the point: Therefore, keep standing firm and do not be subject again to a yoke of slavery. Stand firm is the key to that verse. Paul talking to the church at Galatia. Stand firm, you are set free in Christ. Don't be consumed by the world. Don't allow the world to dictate to you. Stand firm. And then over a couple of books to the Book of Colossians in chapter 3. This is a very well-known passage, but it's one of my favourites. If then you have been raised with Christ, keep seeking the things above. It's interesting, isn't it? What did we start with? Help from above. And here Paul is saying to the church at Colossae, if you've been raised with Christ, keep seeking the things above, where Christ is seated at the right hand of God. Set your mind on the things above, not on the things that are here on earth. For you have died and your life is hidden with Christ in God. When Christ, who is our life, is revealed, then you also will be revealed with him. Where? In glory. What a fantastic promise. What a wonderful attribute that is ours, simply by giving our heart and soul and mind and spirit to Jesus. You know, these times we're living in are crazy. Some would argue that we are nearing the end of COVID. Many of the restrictions either have been lifted or hopefully in a couple of weeks will be lifted. We still don't know what that really means for the church or for any of us. But you know what? Whatever it means, we are commanded by our allegiance to Jesus to stand firm, not be shaken by COVID-19, by, in fact, any pandemic, any illness, to stand firm in him, to keep our eyes focused on him, that we live in the heavenly realm, not on this earthly realm. And it may not take the pain away. We still have to navigate our way through. We still have to live life on earth. But hey, our focus can be in his kingdom. And with a focus on his kingdom, then whatever the world throws at us, we can navigate with a confidence and a certainty that can only come from him. So I'll leave it with you. Where's your focus? Are you focused on heavenly things? I hope so. I hope you are standing firm and will continue to stand firm in him. God bless you. Have a great weekend. Have a great week next week. And until we meet again, it's bye for now.